Hi guys, and welcome back, and welcome to 2016, the year in review. And look, to be honest, I thought about doing this, and then I thought I wouldn't do it, because in all honesty I didn't think I had done enough work over the year to warrant doing a review of what I had done. But the obsessive compulsive nature in me came out, because then I started to think, well, but by the end of 2017 I hopefully will have done quite a lot more, and I'd like to do a review of that. And then organisation and structure took over, and I thought, well, I'd want to compare that to what happened in 2016. So anyway, for lack of any better reason, I'm going to just do a quick slideshow, no video, just a slideshow of the dioramas and the vehicles and figures that I've completed this year, which I've been really happy with and really enjoyed the return to the hobby. And as I've said a few times, but I really genuinely mean it, really appreciative of all your support and your kind comments. And to sort of make it feel more justified, because I really don't think I've done enough to do this in its own right, the second half of this will be a look forward into 2017 and the projects that I know that I absolutely want to get done. And I've probably accumulated most of the kits that I require to do those, so we'll have a quick look at that as well. And that will be it. So thanks guys, and I hope you enjoy. And now we'll just take a quick look into 2017 and what I've got planned so far. So I've got 6 clear projects in my mind, and I've been accumulating kits for all bar the last one. So I'll just have a quick chat about each one of those and show the kits that I have got so far, and that'll just about do it. So the first project that I'll do after I complete the M Group build and the Castle Itta diorama will be the Panther Type G, and I'm calling this Twin Cats. And what I want to do is get another one, exactly the same kit, another Tamiya Panther, and build one straight out of the box with no aftermarket parts, and build the other one with everything I can possibly find in terms of aftermarket parts. Lots of photo etch, steel barrels, steel tracks, any accessories that I can find at all. And the reason I want to do that is really just to compare what difference does it make? What difference does aftermarket parts make against making it out of the box and then using whatever you've got to hand to try and smarten up the kit as well. So I think it'll be interesting, and I like Panthers anyway. They're probably close to my favourite tank, so I'm looking forward to doing that one. So both projects 2 and 3 are British Paratrooper themed, and 2 dioramas inspired by 2 of my favourite movies. The first one is A Bridge Too Far, and the very specific scene in that movie that features Sean Connery that I always enjoy and always have a laugh at when I see it. So I want to reproduce that, and that's going to basically have the 2 guns, the Jeep, and a few figures. And the other one is from a less well-known movie called The Long Day's Dying, and I'd love to know if any of you guys know of it or have watched it. I think it's a great movie. And again, a very specific scene there where 3 of the paras are hiding behind a farm cart in a farmyard, and just wanted to depict that. So again, really looking forward to it. I love British Paratrooper uniforms. I think they look great, so I'm really looking forward to doing both those dioramas. And the next one is pretty much going to be based on an actual photograph, so similar to the Jade Panther one that I did last year. Got a very specific photograph, and it's going to be called Occupied Britain, and that mightn't please my British viewers, but it's a genuine photo, and I think it is really interesting, and a really interesting period of history during the war about of what was actually happening at that time. So the only addition to the photo is the armoured car, simply because I think it needed a little bit extra for depth, and I also really love the look of those armoured cars. I think they're really cool, so I'm again looking forward to that, and I'll be watching Simon Kemp videos very carefully, because there's a lot of construction required for a streetscape with shops, etc. So relying on you, Simon, to keep churning out these good videos so I can learn how to do everything. So the next one on the drawing board is a little bit different, and I'm calling it Last Night in Paris. And it's loosely based on a series of books written by a guy called Sven Hassel, who was a Danish guy who ended up in a penal battalion in the German army in World War II, and Panzer battalion in fact. And throughout his books, which are largely fiction but based on his experience, he describes a few fairly debaucherous parties that they had in various places, and there's one set in a hotel. I'm not really sure if it was set in Paris or not, but it will do for the sake of my story. And so I wanted to pick that, and it's a fairly ambitious plan in my head, which will sort of be like 3 floors of the interior of a hotel, and sort of starting from left to right, there'll be a dance going on in one of the rooms with the officers, which will be fairly dignified and refined, and there'll be a little bit less dignity in the main bar where the boys are drinking. And as we go upstairs, it will become slightly more debaucherous as it goes along. So it'll definitely be R-rated by the time we get to the top floor. But it is genuinely based on his writings, and I'm sure his writings are based on his experience. So it's going to be challenging because there's going to be lots of figures required, way more than I've already got gathered here, and lots of building to be done. And I really want to try and do a couple of special things with the building as well, which I'm going to keep a secret right now because I'm not sure if I can do them or not. But if I can, I'll be extremely happy. So again, lots of figures in this, and I love figures, so I'm really looking forward to doing it as well. So the last one will be set in the Western Desert, and I'm calling that Desert Meeting. And with the two kits that I've got here, I just need to add a Stuart, which I want to put in Aussie markings, and it'll really just be the chance meeting between the two tanks and the Jeep, and a bit of a conversation happening between the crews there. But I just wanted to do something in the desert for something different, and I have one of my original dioramas from when I was a young fella, which is German armour in the desert as well, and it's all really pretty badly beaten around, and I'm thinking I might use some of that for destroyed vehicles, and perhaps the reason why they've stopped there to have a look at what they can find in those vehicles. So that's pretty much it. That's as far forward as I can see. I'm not sure how long all that will take me to do. It might take me the whole year, who knows. There's a few things there that I'm really excited about getting into, and really looking forward to sharing with all of you guys the progress across the year. Right now we're just looking at some of the figures that are going to go into the M Group build, the Castle Itter diorama, after I finish the base, which is really what I'm going to start doing actually as soon as I finish editing this. The figures will come next, so hopefully that gets finished over the next 3 to 4 weeks, fingers crossed, and move on to the Panthers. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, subscribe so you can keep up to date with all the new releases. Thumbs up, and look forward to your comments as always. Thanks guys. Have a great 2017.